Hello.
Hello.
Hey. Welcome to episode 11. My favorite number of
11?
the podcast. Yeah, number 11, dude.
Pog
We're
champ.
joined. Now the names are all switched around, so let me just take care of that real quick. You know, we're very professional here. Oh, now I'm just moving the entire thing. Nice, very good. Okay.
It's
We are
beautiful.
joined by two very special guests. We have Sydmist and TirrinWoW. So thank you guys for coming on to the show. I really appreciate
Hey.
that. And
Thank you for having us.
Hey.
it was
The gang's
something
up
that
here.
we've had planned for a couple weeks now. We've had y'all booked for a while now. Thank you guys for all the follows earlier, and Adam also for hosting and rating the show.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, so let's just jump right into it. Welcome to the PUGCast. This is your weekly WoW show. That's right before reset. Because you always have to try to pug something before reset day and all that good stuff. So we always start off with the first question: is how you guys got started in WoW. So Syd and Tirrin, introduce yourselves and how did you guys get started playing this beautiful game called World of Warcraft?
Sid first.
I started playing in MOB through a recommendation from one of my friends, and I was a Giga casual up until about BFA. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty new to doing things competitively, but having a lot of fun.
Yeah, I you done? Is that it? Is
Yeah,
that
yeah.
it?
That's my last one.
I started playing in Vanilla WoW, probably like mid 2005 or something, and I played a hunter the whole time up until Wrath came out, and then I switched to Death Knight. I've been Death Knight ever since.
Me too.
That's pretty much you too. Like really? Like actually?
Yeah, well, not Hunter, but I played a Druid, and then as soon as Wrath came out, I immediately mained DK, and then I mained
Yep.
DK up until Legion, dude. And then I played I played Demon
My
Hunter
man.
now. I'm a
man.
hero class boy.
Yeah. And me
Hero
too.
Andy.
Yeah,
Me too.
I've basically been DK since Wrath. It's like one of my main characters. I've always had I've always mained plate, whether it be warrior, paladin, or DK. That's kind of just what I like to play.
Fuck yeah.
Beefy boys, dude.
Big boys.
Big
That's what it's all about.
chunky beefy boys. Yeah. Yeah. So obviously Shadowlands is really right around the corner. Probably in the next 2-3 months at the most. I've heard some speculations that it's gonna be coming out like November 10th is what I've kind of seen on Tally's stream. He kind of was putting some dots together. I don't know how that how accurate that is, but it could be cool to have a November release date. That's kind of what I was expecting already. What do you guys like? When do you guys think that the game's gonna come out? When do you think that the pre-patches and all that good stuff?
I think. Go ahead. Sid, you first.
Oh, sorry, Darren. I say I agree with the probably early mid-November kind of date, but I do think that I don't think that they should be pushing for a release date sooner. I think that they should if it needs tweaking and if it needs some finishing touches, I wouldn't mind waiting at all. I wouldn't mind waiting until December, even next year.
Yeah, I'd rather than push it back if they have to. I know legally they have issues with that because of pre-orders. Like that's one reason why that's one reason why I don't like pre-orders, because whenever you buy something you have to be promised a date, right? So like whenever you pre-order, they always set it for the 31st of December for that year or the next year, or whenever they kind of open up the pre-order. So like legally they have to get the game out. And I think that's, because if you look back at like TBC, like they pushed back 3 months or whatever. Like it was coming out in November, it didn't come out until February, like the next year. So, and then
If they need, I would love to give them as much time as they need to fucking make this game, right? Listen, you're bald. We get it. We get it. Yo, but like if they need to delay the game, then I don't fucking care. Like it's like how I felt with Game of Thrones season 8. They said, "Oh, we're gonna take like a whole year to produce it." I'm like, okay, fine. I know it's probably gonna take long, whatever. I know it's gonna be the best possible product that they're gonna come out with. Obviously, knowing what we know now, that was bullshit. But hopefully they don't go down that route. All right, but we'll see. Hopefully it's gonna be a good game and not a fucking massive disappointment like Game of Thrones season 8.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that was like I think now like they're so much better about communication too. Like they've had a lot more communication with like content creators and just like just the community in general. A lot of it is done done through the content creators because that's like the most the easiest avenue for them to get the word out. And I think that like we didn't see that in Legion, we didn't see that in BFA. We saw nothing in BFA. Like that they didn't even have like template characters on the BFA beta. You had to level from 1. Like I don't even think they had character copy.
Yeah, it was trash.
It was really bad. It was really bad.
Have you guys been playing much of the beta? I know you both got beta. Big Pog, by the way. But since before the wipe, like, what did you guys think of like the beta? I know Syd on her cozy streams was playing Torghast like crazy. What do you think of Torghast? Tirrin, how much of the beta did you play? Give your thoughts. Give your criticism. Let's go. This is the place to do it. Let's talk.
True.
Syd first format.
All right, a Syd first format. All right, we got it.
Yep.
So on my stream, we were playing a lot of Torghast, and it was a lot of fun. There's only the first 18 floors that are available right now, though. So I think I don't know how that's going to play out. Doesn't seem to be infinitely scaling right now, which is a little strange for me. But there is a lot of the criticism that I've been hearing about the broker that appears every 3 floors, and you can like at the end when you approach the broker, the vendor, the broker.
Yeah.
Because you can buy like flat stat pieces from him for anima or for phantasma, excuse me, and you can also buy some of the powers that randomly drop in like during your run from the anima cells. So the issue with that I've been hearing is that the Torghast meta as it stands right now is to save up all your currency and just buy in mass so that you can destroy the rest of the floors. So it kind of takes away like the fun from Torghast.
I actually have not even stepped into Torghast at all in the beta.
Oh, really?
Fun fact, my wife has played more beta than I have in Shadowlands. I played like maybe 2 hours, and she did the whole Exiles Reach starting area last night. So she doesn't play WoW. Like I've been trying to get her to play WoW since we've been together in 2011. So I've been trying to get her to play WoW forever, and I think it's kind of like intimidating as a new player because there's so many levels and there's so much to the game that you can do. And I think that they really got Exiles Reach down to like where it's like a really like inviting place for new players because it basically holds your hand for the first 10 levels, right? And then
what did she think? Like
she liked it. Like she really liked it, and I think that she wants to to start saving up for another PC so we can get her to play WoW with me. So
good.
She's playing a warrior too, which is pretty badass.
Nice.
So
what is she?
You can tell when you play Exiles Reach that new people are going to be into it though.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I was watching and I was having fun just like watching and being like, oh, like this is like a really good. Like, obviously I've been playing WoW since 2007, so I'm really familiar with the game. I can start a new character and it's not even an issue, But for her, it's like if she started down like, Silver Moon Isle or whatever, Sunstrider Isle, she'd be like, what the hell am I doing? Like, where is this at? What's going on here? What do I have to do? What do I have to click? It was really confusing for her. So
do you think that like with the success of like Exiles Reach that they would go back and go into the other old like starting zones and kind of like give it that Exiles Reach feel of like
I don't think they need to. I think once you do Exiles Reach once, I think you have enough understanding of the game to understand like how to do quests, how to look at stuff on the map and all that stuff. I don't think you need to like necessarily
I guess you're right.
Like revamp the old starting zones because they did that back in Kata. I don't think they would need to because you kind of already have a good understanding. So
yeah, they also sort of use it as a lead into BFA content now.
Like a story. They
like
led you into the story.
BFA now, which leads into Shadowlands, which is pretty cool, I guess. I mean, it would be nice to have the option, but it's only for new players anyways. So
yeah, I mean, whenever I think if your account is new, you have to do Exiles Reach for your first character, or unless you have like a boost or whatever, right? But if you're a new character, I don't recommend boosting a tune because what if you don't like the class or You know, like it's just you know you have a whole can of worms you're opening up there.
Dude, that's what happened. Like I have a IRL friend from high school. He's always been like into like the WoW universe, but never actually took the plunge and played the game. And he knew that I always loved it, whatever. So he finally like started playing like maybe like a year ago. I was like, yo, like dude, like play it, get in, and we'll play it together, sure. It's like the beginning of BFA, I guess. He bought BFA. And I was like, dude, fucking just like play level 1 and just like level all the way to max level just so you can like understand the game. And he's like leveling takes so much work.
Who wants to play 35 hours of BFA leveling just to get to 120?
Well, exactly.
That's with heirlooms too. Yeah. Like, you know, like it's pretty bad.
It sucks. But yeah, I mean, he knew that, and then he just boosted. He got the free boost with the thing when he got the expansion. As a fresh new player to WoW, he boosted to 110, leveled in BFA, had no idea what was going on. Yeah. He quit.
Yeah.
So like they gotta get rid of that shit. I think it's not very new people friendly.
Yeah.
New player retention has always been miserable for them.
Yeah. I mean, like WoW is always like the you know the boomer mentality game. Like you know anyone who plays WoW has been playing WoW for a couple years now, right? Like you don't really see a whole bunch of new people playing WoW. Hey, look, there she is in chat, by the way. Shout out Patrona, so she actually played WoW yesterday. There it is, dude. What do you guys think that they'll like lower the price of level boosts, or they'll remove them from the store? Or do you think that they'll keep them because money?
Yeah, because money.
Because money. Yeah. Well, I mean, my argument to that is that they removed the character customization, like the $10 one, to change your gender, because now you can do that at the barbershop.
Mm-hmm.
So they did remove that. Now that's free.
It should have been free.
Yeah,
it should have been free from the start, but you know.
Yeah.
Money.
Yeah.
I think they should gut more services in favor of pushing more boosts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
On people who want them, on people who have already leveled.
Yeah, I think cutting back on services to improve the flow of the game, like, cause like, you know, I think like the average leveling speed now in the Shadowlands beta is like 7 or 8 hours, you know, average. If you're, you know, obviously if you're really fast, you can do it in 5 hours or whatever, from like 1 to 50. I think that's like a really good pace, and it's a good pace because not only is it's less levels, but it's a 3/4 less time, you know, it's 75% less than what it is. So I think I don't know. I don't think they'll remove it, but I think they should do something with it, something different with the character boost in the in-game store.
Nice, but they're definitely not going to do anything different. Like, that's the problem. Like, it's same thing with the store mounts. Like, they're just not getting rid of those things at all.
What do you all think about store mounts, by the way?
Okay, well, they sort of have done a lot with store mounts. If you look at WoD and how basically WoD had no content, and at the height of the content route, they dropped a shameless store mount with no content or anything connected. It's literally just $25, buy the coolest mount in the game, that's it. And if you look at where we are now, how they sort of bundle it for people who are going to pay for a sub anyways, it'd be just it's intellectually dishonest to say that they haven't gone anywhere with boosts, with store mounts rather. You know what I mean? They have sort of tried.
Yeah, I like how they include it with the 6-month sub, because if you're already sub for 6 months, you know, like you're already like their most like valuable customer, because you're the most committed customer.
Yeah, I like that, you know, mentality of it. But like my problem is that like the mounts that they put like on the store are like way cooler than any of the fucking mounts you can get in the current expansion. Yeah.
I want Hogwarts and the little mouse so bad, dude. They're so cool, but like I just don't want to spend the money on it.
Yeah, I'm not spending the money on that shit. And you know, like when you, I don't know. So like when everything in the game is a fucking reskin of like a boring mount of a horse, right? Like then there's a problem.
That
like,
shit sucks.
Because they haven't done a brand new model.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
For the store mounts, which is really obnoxious, I think.
I think the worst store mount that I saw, I mean, obviously the one in WoD, that was like the red like Death Charger, right? That's not the one. That's the one you're talking about, Tirrin.
The one I'm talking about
is Citadel.
The Mist Saber, the purple tiger.
Yep. Okay.
I think that was the first one in WoD.
Yeah, I know they added like the red like metal warhorse that you could like put a post and like if you had a group you could also like mount on that same mount. That was a really cool one, but that came in Hellfire Citadel, I think, because I remember raiding and then somebody brought it. I was like, oh, that's really cool, but I'm not spending my goddamn money on that. No way, no how, dude. But I think the worst one was the dragon that they did in BFA. I think it was 8.2, the Silverian Dreamer or whatever. I think I forget what it's called, but because that like has like direct tie-ins to Shadowlands lore, and I think that they could have really like just made a really good story to get that mount or an achievement, or like that could have been like I don't know, like AOTC or something cool, right?
It's easy.
Except it's
easy
you just
mount.
buy it, you know, and it's.
Exactly. I just miss like fun and engaging activities to do in order to get fun, good rewards from the game. That's just what I miss. I mean, yeah.
What I know, Tirrin, you're going DK in Shadowlands. Syd, what?
2DK,
What do you?
I have 2 DKs.
Okay,
Yeah.
Horde and Alliance.
No, they're both Horde, and they're both in the same guild and on the same route.
All right, listen. Hey, if you didn't want to join Weenie Hut Jr., you could have just told me, man. Like, Weenie Hut Jr. on Kel'Thuzad, best guild around, dude. That's my guild name, yeah.
Yeah, you just made it
legendary, man.
I'll definitely put one character, and I do need some Alliance presence now.
There it is.
Off.
I'm definitely planning on transferring to KT when Shadowlands drops, just because I need like a bigger like community feel. What did you say, Syd?
I need a KT guild, so get me in Weenie Hut Jr.
Hey, there it is. So what do you main in WoW? Like I haven't really caught your streams as much because you stream at weird times when I'm sleeping and all that stuff. So.
Yeah, I'm kind of a deep end, but I main a Mistweaver right now, and the content that I do mostly is Mythic Plus, so I don't really raid on it. And until recently, actually, we just made a guild on Illidan. But so I play Mistweaver, and I'm planning on playing Mistweaver into Shadowlands, because Mistweaver changes. They were a little bit jarring at first, but they're growing on me a little bit. But I might roll a Resto Shaman or something for raid, or a Holy Pally. I don't know.
Shamans are getting really cool changes in Shadowlands.
Listen, I tried enhancement in Torghast for like 5 minutes, and I was like, damn, this is not what I signed up for, and I deleted it.
You didn't like it?
I gotta give it another try. I might have just like had a Papega brain and not known what anything was, but I played Shaman for a while. Like I boosted it in WoD from when I bought WoD. I got so I've had a Shaman for a while that I played, but it just felt really different. So I guess I just got to dive back in and see what it's like.
Yeah, I need to. Oh, sorry. What's up?
I was just gonna say, I think they try to put a lot into Shamans, but then it all ends up kind of falling flat. So.
Shamans have always kind of been like middle of the road class. I mean, except for like an 8.2 when they were like the meme spec that just like kind of blew everybody out of the water. Like no one was expecting Shamans to be that good. And I don't even know what raid it was. What raid was it?
The Azara.
Yeah, the Azara raid. Yeah, the Aquaman raid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Eternal Palace.
Eternal Palace. Yep, there it is.
It was Elemental that was killing.
Yes,
too,
Elemental
right?
was super strong. But I mean, I'm planning on rolling Paladin in Shadowlands, but I'm like kind of torn between Paladin and DK because Paladins aren't really getting anything that great. They're kind of actually getting nerfed a little bit. And I feel like Paladin's always kind of been middle of the road.
Rolling.
Do what?
So many people are rolling them too.
Yeah.
There's so many Paladins out there.
Well, they're fun class, man. They're really fun to play.
I heard McCool is not happy with the changes on the beta.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, I heard that as well.
Shadowlands.
Why not? Do we know why, or was he just reading again?
He was, the last I heard, he was just reading, but he was just like, Shadowlands gonna suck. I fucking hate Covenants. Pally sucks dick.
Oh, speaking of Covenants. Have you all like picked your Covenant? Are you gonna have multiple tunes for different Covenants to get all of the transmog gear, or are you just gonna pick one and just roll with it for the entire expansion? Like, what is y'all's like philosophy? Because I don't think they're gonna change Covenants at launch, right? I think they'll probably do something in like 9.2 where you can do Covenants a little bit easier, and it'll put you like a vendor option with some sort of currency behind it. But what do you?
So I have 2 DKs now. It wasn't for the Covenants, but now I'm like, I sort of enjoyed having a bad DK and a good DK, like one that's behind and one that's like on track.
Yeah.
So I was just enjoying it for some reason. I don't know why. Like I've never really been like a multi-classer or an alt player, but having a second DK was just fun. I don't know why. Maybe I'm crazy, but knowing that I like that now, going into Shadowlands, I feel a little bit better. I'm gonna go Revendreth on one and Maldraxxus on the other, PvP on the Maldraxxus one and PvE on the Revendreth one.
Let's go with it. I mean, I I like collecting transmog. That's like my favorite thing to do in WoW right now because like Mythic Plus is not fun. At least right now for me. Like Legion Mythic Plus was a lot more fun, but BFA is not as fun because the dungeons suck.
Agree.
The dungeons just suck.
Legion M Plus was so much better. The dungeons fucking suck, dude. They freaking.
I'm
suck.
actually so excited for Legion Time Walking to come in Shadowlands because it'll be here in Shadowlands. Legion Time Walking. So.
Fuck yeah.
Not long already, huh?
It's like every like the second expansion behind or whatever they add that for time walking. So I wonder if they'll add like a time walking raid for like Tumas Argyris just for a meme, because nobody's able to kill KJ at all, no matter what, even if they
destroyed my guild. He absolutely destroyed my guild like completely. Never recovered.
If there was a Legion raid that would come back for time walking, what do you guys want it to be?
Nighthold, like.
Yeah, Nighthold is really cool.
Nighthold.
I think Nighthold has some of my favorite sets in the game too. Like the DK set is like probably the Nighthold DK set is the best DK set in the game.
Yep.
And then like
I've said this before. Like that's like my main reason why I just like haven't fucking raided in Shadowlands. I know we would do our community raids, whatever, but like I just kind of lost motivation to do anything in BFA just because like. Legion, we had so many good sets and like so many class specific sets that were just so fucking beautiful and gorgeous and sexy and lovely. And then Shadowlands, BFA comes around and it's just like
this. You have like metal. You have like a metal garbage can. Then you have like just a bunch of bones and shit. And then you have like, and then you have scuffed Aquaman. Yeah, dude, the old year set looks like a garbage can.
Yeah.
Like literal party city Aquaman costume from Ashara raid, and then
it literally looks like Aquaman
on your head.
Yeah.
For Nyalotha.
Yeah.
It's terrible, man. I don't even want the mythic set is awful too.
They're
Normally,
not good.
The mythic set is better and it's trash.
I think the best
it's not motivating for me to play.
The best item from
gear is not good looking.
Yeah, I had to want the gear in order to do the content. Like I don't care if the gear stats are better. Like I just want like gearing to be like more impactful. Like I don't think I can remember like one item on my DK right now. Like I don't remember anything that I have equipped or like any essences that I have.
You don't have to. You don't have to remember either.
Yeah, you don't have to. And
There's no reason to.
I'm excited that they're removing all of the RNG stuff from the game, like the additional RNG on top of gearing already. But they said something about like they're gonna get less gear drops, like less gear will drop for you. Because I know like in BFA like, it was like gear overload. Like if you look at some people's bags, they have like 12 sets of different gear. I don't know how I get so anxious whenever like my bag is full. Like my bag is always so clean. I always get rid of everything. If I don't need it, I get rid of it. I sell it. I don't care about it.
Yeah.
Half of my bag slots are gear. They're all gear. I have like 10 different rings, 7 different trinkets, 4 different pairs of legs.
That stresses me out so bad.
7 different shoes. It's terrible. It's horrible.
I came back to the game maybe 3 months, whenever Classic died down for me, like maybe 2 or 3 months ago. I haven't vendored any of the pair of pants that I've got from my box and random sources, and I have at least 20 pairs of pants just because I kept getting pants, and I was like, I'm not going to vendor them just because I have to show people how many pairs of pants I've gotten. It's absolutely unbelievable. And then there's people like Ravenblood out there who said that he's a Mythic Raider and he has 455 pants or something and he can never get pants, and I'm like, what is this fucking game?
I know like they're making like a really big change to the weekly box or to the weekly bonus or whatever, where like you have like 3 different categories you can basically achieve, so I think you can get up to 3 pieces of gear a week, which is really good. If you play all the content, then you should get as much gear as you can. And then obviously if you don't get something you like, I think you can get like a currency and you can save up to buy something. So I think that's like the best. What is this? Perfect.
Wants to see it.
I don't have it set up, but yeah, if you guys can click on there. So you see like you have like different raid bosses you can kill, mythic dungeons.
It reminds me of the Destiny
really
2
good
kind of setup. The last time I played Destiny 2, like you go into like a raid or like team death matches or PvP with people or PvE, whatever. And if you don't get the gear you want during that thing, you get currency that can go towards the gear that you want, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of reminds me of Destiny 2. I think they might have just taken that how do I want to say it? Yeah.
Well, yeah. Now you just have like more choice on what you what you can get on your character, and that's never a bad thing, right? Because at least like if you don't get what you want from the weekly box, you can at least, I don't know if you have to sell the item or if you just get like a flat rate currency. At least in like 2-3 weeks, you can save up to buy the item that you want anyways. If you don't get it, if you don't get lucky, so you always have like that backup plan. It's like I don't know, like I always remember like coming home from Adam's gone. I always remember like coming home from school and like saying like, oh, like I can't wait to spend my Valor points on something. Like that was always like a fun thing for me. Is like spending my points on like earning those and then selling it or buying it or whatever. That's what I meant. My brain's like gone. There he is, dude.
He's
what
back.
The hell?
Back.
That was so weird. Okay. I don't know what that was even about. Got a weird window.
As long as you're still awake, I'm happy.
Yeah, right.
I'm awake.
You editing fiend.
Yeah, exactly. It's been a long fucking day. Corporate Loser is also here. What's up, Nicholas?
So,
guys, so you guys are starting. We're talking a lot about Shadowlands, but more importantly, you guys are starting a show. You guys are starting a show together.
True.
Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, tell us all about that. What's it called? When does it start?
You shameless motherfucker.
Thank you, Adam. So we're Tirrin, or whatever way it's laid out, Tirrin. we're starting a show that debuts tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern. It's called The Talk of Shame. I'm very excited about it. So it's not a podcast, it's a show, and we want to make it we want to make chat as involved with it as possible. So our first guests tomorrow are going to be Lyran, Burning Rob, Big Hero 60. Am I missing anyone?
Digital Bob.
Whoa.
He's coming in later, huh?
No.
So
Burning Rob might be late because of AQ memes. Digital Bob and Big Hero are going to be on time. So
So we're going to be we're also going to be having a Shadowlands discussion, and we're going to talk. I know a lot of them has been playing Final Fantasy 14 too. So we want to we want to get their opinion from a Final Fantasy player who also plays WoW, because they've been having a lot of fun. So it's going to be on my stream, linked in chat.
Yep.
And then we're going to do an after party on Tirrin's.
Nice.
True.
That's
sort
awesome.
of like an all-night thing. An all-night thing. I think Sid's usually going to be streaming beforehand, and then we'll go into the show, and then I'll usually be no hard commits, but I'll usually be streaming after. Definitely tomorrow though.
That's awesome. I'm
gonna be like an all-night hangout.
I'll definitely be up a little bit past my bedtime to hang out and chat and hang out with you guys.
No pressure.
I have a 3-year-old.
Are you guys planning on like uploading these to YouTube or? Oh yeah, true. Chocolate is a daddy.
Yeah, eventually YouTube is definitely on the list for sure.
I mean, we might need an editor too. So if you know a guy, Adam.
I think let me call him up.
I don't know.
It's me. It's me.
There he is, dude.
Are you sure you're not overbooked, Adam? Come on, man.
We'll see. We'll see.
We'll work it out. All right.
Also, corporate loser.
Maybe
Listen, dude. I'll edit the whole thing on iMovie on my iPhone, dude. It's all good, man. I got you.
Calling all editors.
I got you, dude. So what is it? Is it like is there like a general theme, or is it just like all bunch of the friends hanging out and just shooting the shit?
Yes, that friends hanging out, shooting the shit with chat too, and there's gonna be it's like episodes, right? So this episode is like based on the guests we have is gonna be it's gonna be sort of like WoW versus Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah,
and so we're gonna have the crew of people who we have a Mythic Raiding Guild in WoW, Incendiary on Horde Illidan, by the way, if you want to join.
Yeah, I gotta transfer my warrior over there, my orc warrior.
Please do. Even if you don't get in the first Mythic 20 man, there's still gonna be multiple raids, multiple hangout spots into Shadowlands and everything. It's gonna be good. But yeah, so that crew, we're going to sort of like compare and contrast and debate the guys who have started the guild on Final Fantasy and sort of like compare our experiences for this episode. So, and
have you played it, Tirrin? Have you played Final Fantasy?
Yeah, so I played when it launched, and my character is like level 55 or something, and I have multiple classes like towards when max level was when I quit the game. And now I guess the homies are catching up, and they're all like level 50 now too. So I resubbed. I tried to transfer. I guess the game was down yesterday, so it had issues. But
today too,
yeah, today or yesterday, whenever that was.
They just need to buy better servers, dude. That's their problem. That's all I need to do.
Buy better servers.
Just buy them. Yeah.
So I'm gonna get back into it to try to casually play with those guys, but I'm not gonna let it cut into Mythic Prog because I'm really hyped on the Mythic rating guild that we have right now.
Yeah, I'm really excited to get back in raiding. I mean, I don't think I have the time or the ability to Mythic raid. I can probably do it like just like once a week, but I don't think I'm ever going to be like a cutting edge raider, which is totally fine. Like I'm okay with this. I've accepted my fate, but I am excited to get back into raiding because at least the sets look really good. Like the raid set looks good, and they're bringing back class sets in Shadowlands, which I'm very excited about because I'm tired of just I want to be able to like wear the gear and like even if I can't have like a full set from the raid, at least like I want to be able to like fit the new shoulders into my transmog, like I want to be able to show off the new gear that I got,
flex on.
So yeah, flexing on everybody. That's what WoW's all about. It's about flexing on everybody.
You're not flexing. Exactly. What are you doing?
True, actually true. Yeah. But
yeah, I'm excited for raiding in Shadowlands. I haven't actually had the opportunity to do any raid testing. I don't know if y'all have, but
Nope. I did for like the first one, and then it was like such a shit show.
You tested with Mr. GM, right? You were
yeah, we did it for a little bit, and they did like the rest of the bosses. I only did like the first test. It was kind of AIDS, but it looked good. The raid looked really fucking good. Like aesthetically,
the theme is really cool. I think this is probably the best art I've ever seen Blizzard do in any expansion ever.
Oh, they're going balls out, all out.
Yeah, they're going all in, and it's really good. It's really good.
Revendreth is the best zone in the game. And
not
even
I'm so pissed because like I haven't even leveled there yet. Like because before the wipe, I was trying to like get to Revendreth, and then my character was bugged. I had to delete it, and I had to start it all over again. And then whatever.
Well, that was basically my experience on the beta too, Adam.
And now you're just leveling from 1 on the beta as as Cartman, killing boars. That's all you're doing is just killing boars.
Now I'm leveling from 150. Yeah. So I've always been okay. So I started playing WoW because I saw Make Love Not Warcraft, the South Park episode, and I was like, holy shit, I have to play this game. And here I am, fucking 14 years later, 15 years later, fucking making YouTube videos, making the actual sequel to the episode in my own mind, how I envisioned a sequel to go. And then so with Chromie Time in Shadowlands, it's you're able to pick what expansion you level in. Mm-hmm. So with that, the world scales to your level. So I made a level 1. I leveled it to level 10 by killing boars in Elwyn Forest. Because you just could, and then you go to Chromie Time, you switch it to the Cataclysm shit, and then the whole world is gonna scale to your level. So I've just been killing boars in Elwyn as Cartman in the Cartman transmog, and I'm gonna get to level 50, and I'm gonna get myself featured on Wowhead.
There it is, dude.
That's insane.
I'm pretty hyped. So I just gotta find the time between editing and killing boars.
How far
You'll get it.
are you?
I hit level 12 today, and with the 4 hours /played.
Ooh, that's actually pretty good.
I guess so. Yeah.
That's good if it was like BFA leveling, but I mean obviously like Shadowlands, you should be, if you're questing, you'd probably be like level 40 by now if you were questing and like doing the actual zones. But
level 12.
That's not the purpose of the challenge. Yeah.
That wouldn't be very Chad like.
That's true. It would not be very live to win of you if you did not just kill boards for 25 hours straight.
Exactly.
You should take all of the footage of you doing it on stream and make like a super compilation just like they did in South Park, where you're like, I have to kill 17 1.8 thousand board or however many boards it is or whatever. Like you should like, you know, crunch the numbers and, you know, and just get after it. I think that'd be a fantastic video. Yeah.
I'll do my best. I'll see what I can do. I'm sure the level 50 ding will be a big clip.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sick. I'm excited about that.
Soon.
You'll get it. I don't want to say this. Okay, I'm not gonna say it. Nope. Because I don't want it to happen to you. Nope. Not gonna do it. Changing the subject. Okay. Heirlooms now. Heirlooms. They're changing heirlooms in Shadowlands. Now they don't give XP boost.
Yeah, thank God.
I think it's a good thing, because if they're changing the leveling and they're making leveling better, you don't need an XP boost anyways. But now they're doing something with rested XP. So if you have like a 2 set or a 4 set or a 6, however many items you have, you get different bonuses. I think if you have a 6 set or a 5 set, you get like every time you level up, you get basically a burst of holy damage that you attack people with or whatever. And I think that's better than just a raw XP boost. But I wish that they would just find a way to remove heirlooms altogether. That way you could properly gear your character while you're leveling. Because that's like most of the fun that, you know, a lot of the fun I had in Classic WoW was getting new gear on my mage. You know, I never got to level 60, but you know, I was close. You know.
Yeah, fuck looms, man. Yo, Panthara in chat, man, killing me. Looms are aids. They're terrible. The whole point of WoW is to cozily level up and get gear while you're leveling and experience the power gain while you're leveling up from 1 to max. And when you have looms, you're just blowing through everything like a fucking mad lad. I mean, I know they're optional. They're an optional thing to wear, but like they've become like a meta. Like if you want to level, you gotta wear them. Like if you go into a dungeon and your tank is wearing no looms, you're gonna fucking leave, dude. Like that's the problem.
Yeah, that's true. Like it is pretty bad whenever, you know, you have like a DPS that doesn't have looms and the healer's doing more DPS than the DPS class. You know, that's not a good system to have.
But the problem like they took the XP off. But
they
they're
kept
still
the level
like
scaling and the stats and all that stuff.
Yeah. So like, I don't even know what they're trying to do. Like, what do you guys think? Like, should they just delete them, or like, you think they should be saved?
It's a fucking mess, and I think they're afraid to make people mad who like spent time, or maybe even.
People are already raging.
Yeah, people are already upsetty spaghetti about, you know, like the long boy getting removed from the game. But here's the thing, like if you really wanted the long boy, you should have gotten it 2 years ago. Whenever whenever BFA pre-patch was out, you should have been saving up your gold and Legion and all that kind of stuff, right? Like if you really wanted it, you should have, you know, made it a point. I don't agree with removing it. I think that because whether you get 5 million gold this expansion or next expansion, it's still a huge achievement, and you should be able to reward. You know, that's like a huge, like, you know, you should be able to reward yourself with like a crazy purchase like that if you're able to make 5 million gold in the game.
What did you say, Sid?
Yeah, sorry, I don't know. You said you had said something.
Oh, it's still going to be on the black market auction house, which I think is fine.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you'll still have a way to get it, but it just won't be as accessible as just going to the vendor and picking it up. Yeah. So, but I know like a lot of people were really upset about that, but like they were really upset about it, and they had like 200,000 gold like 2 months before the expansion came out.
So like it doesn't matter. Like I feel like they're starting to make that a trend where they give us like a mount that has some unique quality to it, and it's got like this insane gold price, and it's like it gives the player base like how do I want to say this? Like, gives the player base like a goal to work towards in the game. Like, right, I have to get to this amount of gold. How am I going to do it? And it makes the players think about how, like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, it gives us a fucking like a reward that we like, a unique reward that we can actually chase and put hard work into. Well, that's what I like about
some people literally just farm gold.
Shadowlands are probably gonna have another one. You know what I'm saying? So
some people literally just farm gold. Like, that's all they do in the game. That's how they play the game, is they just farm gold. So like we were talking about like different rewards for like different play styles with Mycorivi, where it's like if you do Mythic Plus, there should be like a Mythic Plus only set. So like for every season of Mythic Plus, if you get plus 10s or plus 15s, you should get a transmog set out of that. Not, you know, like that'd be a really cool idea. It would incentivize you more with like a unique looking set. I think that'd be a really good idea. Yeah, like challenge mode, exactly, like a challenge mode type gear set.
We miss challenge modes. Like I don't know what happened. It
was so good.
4 years,
So
and
good.
they still haven't done like seasonal rewards and like unique mogs and shit for.
Yeah.
It's how long has it been? Like since Mythic Plus has
Since
been out,
WoD.
dude. It's literally unfucking believable.
Well, WoD was the last time we had challenge modes, and that's when you got like the weapons and all that kind of stuff. So
yeah, so 4 years since we had like
6,
unique
right?
rewards.
No, 4 years.
Well,
2016.
The end of WoD. Yeah, so Legion came out in 2016. So what's the matter, Syd? You just
can't do math.
Yeah. So it's been 4 years since the end of WoD, since we had like unique rewards for Mythic Plus. Like,
I think there should be like a season thing, like during the month of
during the first patch or whatever.
Exactly, we'll have like a Necrolord season where like there's a Necrolord themed transmog affiliated with that season of Mythic Plus, and all of the affixes like are, I don't know, some shit like that, where it's like where the transmog is like themed around the season, and then every season it will rotate, whatever. What do you guys think? What's going on? Thank you, bro.
Yeah, I think it'd be even cool just to have like a reskin, like a recolor of the raid set too. Like I'd be okay with that too. Like, just something. Right? Not the same shitty, dungeon gear we got when I was level, 113. And
yeah.
Like the dungeon gear didn't change at all. Like I was really surprised that in Mechagon they didn't add any like they had like a couple new weapons, but overall like the dungeon gear, like the shoulders or the helmet, it was the same, Kultirus themed gear. I wish they would have done like something if they did something way cooler. That'd be they missed an opportunity. For sure.
There's a couple of things that I would like to see out of Mythic Plus. Obviously the cosmetics. I think some transmog sets, some mounts would be really, really cool. I would like to see some more rewards for keys higher than 15s for the big dick Andes who like to push and stuff. I think that's a huge achievement. And the only thing that you have to show for it is IO score, which isn't even through Blizzard, it's through Raider IO. And I would like to see, as far as Mythic Plus gameplay goes, I would like to see Blizzard experiment more with positive affixes. And I think the closest that we've gotten to positive affix is this season with Awakened. And I think that it's one of those kind of kiss curse or something. Like, you get the benefit of being able to skip a bunch of annoying ass trash packs, but you also have to kill a boss and learn the mechanics of the mini bosses. So I think that was a really, really good one because it made Mythic Plus interesting in a environment where it was otherwise really, really stale and boring.
Yeah, well, it changed how you did the dungeon totally. Like, you had a totally new path that you could take. So that's just a good all around. I wish that they would have taken they brought a lot of the same affixes over from Legion to BFA, like, and some of the affixes just didn't fit theme wise to the expansion at all. Like, I think they had like one, it was like a fell themed
Did they really?
Yeah, like it just didn't fit the theme of BFA at all. Like, it didn't make any sense, but it was still there. Like, you just had to deal with it. And I think that they should really start theming it more towards the expansion, make it like an expansion themed type of affixes.
Adam said about the seasons, like a Necrolord or a Revendreth. I think that would be really, really cool.
How do you think that they're going to do with Torghast? Because I feel like Torghast is going to be very similar to Islands, where like it's going to be fun and exciting for the first patch, and then no one's going to do it. Maybe just to like, if I don't even know if they're going to allow you to level through Torghast. I hope they don't. I hope they keep it towards. I hope they keep it at max level content.
Max level feature, please. Yeah, definitely.
I don't, because like I think that was the issue with Islands, is that like everyone just used it for a fast leveling route, or just to like boost their the 0.1% of players to boost their Heart of Azeroth level. Like how do you think that they can make Torghast more like, I guess, like more of like a long-term content in the game, right? Because it's like Warfronts. You did the Warfront once, and you're like, yeah, this is dumb. Like, I'm not gonna do this again. There's no reward.
Long term, the plan should be for them to, whenever like 9.2 would be, or like 2 tiers into the expansion, like we have a full tier of Torghast at launch, and then we have a full tier of however they decide to develop it, and then maybe halfway through the expansion they flip it on its head. Like, literally flip the whole system on its head to the point where like everything's different in the interior.
Yeah.
And like and the rewards are different. Everything's been revamped, and all of the development they put in for the first year of the expansion can be reflected. And maybe even flipping Torghast on his head has some sort of narrative connotation that I haven't thought of.
Well,
if
I
you
think
Torghast upside down, what do you get?
Yeah, I mean, I like whenever I think of Torghast, I think of literally like a living castle, right? Like a living tower, where like it's because every time you go in there, it's like a different, it's like randomized, right? Or it's as randomized as, you know, obviously you'll see probably the same combination twice eventually, but I think if they did something like that where they had like a seasonal, you know, revamp of it, even something as like simple as like just like changing the color scheme inside Torghast, where it's like instead of it being like grays and blues, it'd be like reds and purples or greens, or just like something to make it
they have
appear different, right?
Yeah.
I think what would make Torghast even better, what would enrich the Torghast content, is if they put Jenkins the Griefer as a Torghast boss.
That's true.
You know, in Torghast, because you know he did die in the episode, and he's obviously in the Shadowlands somewhere, so we got to find him. We got to find him. It would be great to see him as a Torghast boss. I mean, hey, any devs in the chat? Any devs? Anyway,
my dad is Blizzard. I'll call him.
Yeah, exactly.
We have the same dad, actually.
There it is, dude. So
Yeah.
I had a really good thought in my mind, and then it just left. So
What are you gonna say, Sid?
So I was gonna say that I'm a little bit disappointed with the randomness and the infiniteness of Torghast as it stands right now. I feel like what is there? So I think there's 6 different like maps that you can go in, and then I think there's like a number of set mobs for those maps, and they kind of switch around, but I don't think that's enough options. Even the little that I did play Torghast, I probably played Torghast a total of like 20 hours or something over my different characters, and I already started to notice repetitions. It already started to get a little stale, and it's like, this is still beta. I'm not even in Shadowlands right yet. So I am a little bit nervous about the broker, the vendor, and I'm nervous about the actual content itself, because it's already getting a little bit boring.
That's kind of why I'm hesitant to play the beta too. Is like I don't want to get burnt out on it, to where like I don't, you know, like I feel like I got so hyped up for BFA, and I was like researching everything about it, and then when I got to BFA, I was like, oh, I already know everything. Like I already know like where everything's at, and so like obviously BFA is not a good example because it's a really bad expansion in general, but I don't want that to happen with Shadowlands. You know, I don't want it to be like where I know exactly how to do Torghast. You know, I've really been limiting my testing.
The more we test this shit, the better, because like we need to make this game good. Like they're actually listening this time. It's not like BFA where they're just like, oh, okay, we're not gonna listen to the fucking community because we're still working on shit, and it's just gonna be a mess anyway. But they're actually listening this time, and I think we just need to keep testing. Chocolate, do your homework. Chocolate.
I will. I'll do it.
I'm guilty too. I'm guilty too.
Yeah,
I'm guilty too. I hopped on beta for maybe 2 hours.
Yeah.
I reported 10 or 20 bugs, and I got so freaking bored that I stopped.
Yeah, I could be playing a lot more, but I haven't. But you know, we got to step up the game.
Agree. I agree with you.
My wife submitted a bug, and it was the best bug ever. She did Exile's Reach and did the first boss, and you know, after you kill the boss, it says, "Oh, did you experience any issues with this boss?" She typed in no, hit submit. No issues. Hit no, submit. Best bug ever. Best bug report ever.
That's great. Going back to Torghast though, do you guys think they should add like Torghast specific affixes, or no?
Affixes were trash in Vision, so I'm gonna go with no.
Yeah, I don't like having like the different themes of Visions, where like 1 week it's really shitty to do, and the next week it's like, it's not as bad.
Yeah.
They had they had like the soft timers or whatever, the 4 affixes, and I think they took them.
They removed
out.
those. Yeah, they removed those
because they realized it was a bad idea, and I agree with that.
Yeah, thankfully. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of like what they could do like to just make sure that it's not like something we'll get burnt out of. I know that they're gonna add a vendor for like cosmetics and shit, and like mounts and whatever, like a currency for us to farm, which is cool. Like we can go in and actually get rewards. I don't know. But yeah, it's something to think about. I have absolutely no clue what they could do.
So the first raid is obviously like themed about Revendreth, right? Like, do you think that we're gonna discover more places in the Shadowlands other than the 5 main places. I think it's like Revendreth. There's Oribos, Revendreth, Furry Island, death metal band place, and then
that's my place.
And then
Metalcore Heaven.
the Catholic Church place.
So did you say which covenant you're leaning towards?
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I'm leaning towards Revendreth, which seems to be one of the worst in slot ones for Mistweavers. So
really,
thematically, I'm very, very upset about that. So I'm probably going to be forced into going Bastion or Ardenweald. So I am wholeheartedly against them tying player power to a cosmetic choice and a thematic and lore choice. 100%. So, and I'm not the kind of person, I don't want to have 2 Mistweavers so that I can have one for transmog and one to actually play the game on. Yeah. Like, at the end of the day, like, I want to do the most damage, I want to do the most, like, throughput healing. And, like, this is just not a fun choice for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll go back to the Shadowlands question that you asked, Chocolate. But I think they're gonna let us have all 4 of the abilities, right? Like, there's no other way for them to do it. Like if everybody kicks and screams about this Covenant situation, then they're gonna change it. Like, there's no way that we're gonna go into Shadowlands with this being the final thing, right? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
can someone explain to me what the problem would be for us to pick a covenant and then, like, work through the covenant and then, like, move on to the other fucking covenants? Like, isn't that just like 4 times?
They want it to be like something that like a lore choice, like that we're loyal to these people, like an RP thing. So basically just like the order halls in Legion. Like with the paladin, with the paladin.
With the order halls, you were forced because it was like you didn't have a choice. You didn't have a choice in Legion because that was your class order hall. Now you have a choice.
Yeah, I guess, but they want it to be like something.
Now you have to like balance the decision of like, oh, like do I want to do the like, if you're lucky, then they match up, right? You have the best throughput, healing, and DPS or tank ability or utility, and you have the one that matches your character thematically. Like that's like the win-win situation, but for a lot of people that's just not how it is. Like I feel like for paladins, like Revendreth is probably going to be the best one to pick for paladins is Revendreth, unless you're doing like mythic plus tanking and you want to go
see, like I don't want to make that choice. I don't want to make that decision.
Yeah, like but then it's like
Bastion would be a good choice for a paladin because
you just get insane amounts of it's aesthetically pleasing, but then you also get 5 judgments or 5 Avenger Shield that goes out all at once, and that's a huge burst of damage, and it's really cool, and actually works. It actually works, But for some classes, it just doesn't make sense. Like I feel like DKs, like Ardenweald's are really good for DKs because you have
that doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense thematically. Yeah. I think that.
I think they'll give us the choice to swap between the 4 abilities of the 4 Covenant abilities. Like they just have to,
independent of the Covenant choice.
Yeah, I think you can have a Covenant choice and have that be like a thematic choice for your gear, but then just like almost have it be like an essence system where you have to be in the main city and you can just swap it out before you do the content. Like that's just how it should be. Like it shouldn't be more difficult than that.
Colluding for player power has been a staple of the game for 16 years. Like, what if as like a Maldraxxus DK, I'm that evil, and I want to freaking collude with all the other factions and to get as much power as I want. Like, tie the ability. Like, I'm sorry, but I thought it was fine to tie the abilities to the weapon in Legion. Like, the abilities themselves and like the stuff that you picked in Legion off your artifact weapon wasn't compelling. But like, why not tie it to the weapon again? Because they're afraid of like all the awful weapon drops in BFA that nobody liked, like not having a place in the game. I don't get that either. Like, tie it to the freaking weapon.
What if you had the same ability for every Covenant, but it just got a reskin?
Like
it just looked thematically different. That might be actually fucking stupid, but that's the only way that I could see that working. Because
that'd be great, but it's
my mind.
Go ahead.
Like their whole thing is like the soulbind, right? And if you think of the implication of the word soulbind, that's a very heavy commitment that you have to make, like lore and covenant wise, right? And so it's like even if they do let us swap between covenants at some point, I think that it lowers the weight of what they were trying to do in the first place.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if it's if that's an outcome that they want to actually have, because I feel like it weakens the story and it weakens the player's experience being with that covenant, right?
Well, even because even like the soul binds give you certain procs and abilities, maybe not abilities, but like passives, right? Where it's like, oh, reduces this cooldown if you use this ability, or like if you use this kind of like string of abilities, it procs this or whatever, right? Like there's even like abilities in the soul binds themselves, and I think like it's just gonna be such a shit show. No matter how they do it, somebody's gonna get mad. You know, like someone's gonna get mad at the end of the day. Yeah. So, you know, you can't please everybody all at once, but I think the best way for them to do it would be to have the lore decision and the DPS decision, or the ability decision, be separate.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like it's like,
it will be.
I think because you can follow the lore, of a story, but if you want to use the Ouroboros or not Ouroboros, but the Revendreth ability, use your Revendreth ability. Like if it's good, it's good. Like
true.
You know, if that's what you want, that's
it would be really cool. Even if say you want to be with the Revendreth people, right? The Venthyr, right? And you want to use like the Maldraxxus Covenant ability, and they let you swap between the 4. They can do something like how they do it in ESO. If you're a necromancer and you use like magic in a city and the guards chase after you, like they can do it something like that, where if you use that another Covenant ability, like or like close by to like a guard or some shit like that, the guards would be like, "Ooh, what the fuck?" And then like they'll get mad at you or something like that.
I could just imagine the little text bubble popping up saying, "Ooh, what the fuck? What the fuck did you just do, dude? What are you doing, huh?"
Illusion.
Yeah.
It's reminds me of the Nighthold guys.
Yeah, illusion. What are you hiding?
Yeah.
Except like, hey, what the fuck are you doing?
What are you hiding?
What the fuck are you doing? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Get off my lawn. Yeah.
Yep. True.
Good one.
Yeah, I'm gonna have 4 plate characters in the game. That's my plan. So I'm gonna have 1 character per each covenant, because I know like once the next expansion comes out, you're gonna be able to transmog all of the covenant gear, right? So like I'm just gonna be like ahead of the game ahead of the curve, and just like have 4 tunes ready to go, all plate characters, 1 for each covenant. And you know, whichever character I hate the most, they're gonna go to Ardenweald. Like they're gonna be forced to go to Ardenweald and get the weird tree set, you know. But I saw that there was a maybe like an Easter egg for Blanchy in the Shadowlands, like a red. I don't know if it's gonna be like a secret mount, like where kind of like the jellyfish or Midnight or whatever. Not Midnight, but
I saw that mount. I thought
it's like an all red ghost Blanchy, and it looks really cool. Yeah. And I think like it's really cool that they're tying in death, because then they can kind of bring back characters from previous expansions and kind of like tie them in somehow. Maybe not even like bring the character back, but just like bring like something about that character back into the game. Like I think that they'll probably do something with Arthas in the game, because
you're gonna see a lot of references to,
you're gonna, you know, he's there for sure. You know, he's in the Maw because he's a very naughty boy, you know.
Yeah. Right. You guys remember how Illidan appeared in 7.2 just out of fucking nowhere after being absent for the first half of the expansion?
Yep. Just kind of boop, hey, how's it going? I'm Illidan.
Yeah. I mean,
miss me?
You're gonna have to try really hard to convince me that this isn't an Arthas expansion.
Yeah,
then the next one is,
maybe not this one, but the next one. I think the expansion after this one is going to be like a Scourge themed expansion, because obviously with the Helm of Domination broken, Scourge are running wild. So we're going to have to do something to bring the Scourge in.
That's happening now. I don't
Scourge
think that's
on Azeroth. Though it could turn into Scourge on Azeroth, like sort of how WoD was like Legion on Draenor, and then Legion on Azeroth. It could have a similar format.
Well, I think they could do something like that. And I know that they were like kind of like hinting towards like a time skip too, because like time may work differently in the Shadowlands that it does on Azeroth. I think that'd be a really cool take, because I don't know if like Anduin's gonna come into the Shadowlands, but coming back from Shadowlands and Anduin's like 20 years older and he's actually like a man now would be really cool to see. And just like how like maybe like they can bring back like Undercity could be, or maybe not Undercity, but they can like rebuild Lordaeron and have that be like the new Alliance capital. Like that'd be insane. Like if they, if they could figure that out, right?
Actually, man,
that'd be great.
I mean, he's just like a little kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. Going into Shadowlands, I just don't care about any of the retail characters like Jaina, Anduin. I don't give a fuck, dude.
The only one I care about, and this would not be PUGCast if I didn't bring up how much I hate Sylvanas. Oh my god, I hate her so much, dude. Like, if she's not a raid boss, I'm gonna be so mad. If she gets some sort of stupid redemption arc, man, like, I'm gonna be so upset because
she'll get a redemption, dude.
Yeah, I know she will.
Over and over again.
I'll
go in there with a vengeance and just kill Sylvanas 20 fucking times.
Thank you.
Sylvanas is a raid boss. I'm raiding like clockwork every single week.
True.
I'm never missing a raid.
Yep.
I'm getting cutting edge on Sylvanas.
Yeah. She's so nice though, the voice actress. She's such a lovely person in person. I met her at BlizzCon. She was so sweet. But I hate her character.
The panel that she did at BlizzCon, they did at BlizzCon, where they had like a bunch of voice acting and they did like skits. They live acted scenes from the cinematics with the actual voice actors. That was one of the morning.
Yeah, that was dope.
I never saw that.
Probably my favorite panel of the weekend.
I've never been to BlizzCon, dude.
I was very happy to have met TirrinWoW at BlizzCon. He came up to Mr. GM and I.
You guys yelled at me from across the hall. I was like, "Hey, I know these fucking guys." And you were very tall and very jacked and very tan. And you shook my hand and it consumed me.
Adam is jacked.
Yeah.
Listen, guys.
Shredded and diced.
Listen, guys. I
don't think I had met you. I don't know if we had interacted much online before we met in person. Had we?
I have to admit, I actually didn't know who you were.
Yeah,
because you came up with Mr. Gem and I.
Basically, he just who Omega dude.
And then I was like, oh, like who was that? And he's like, oh, but you don't know Tirrin? And I'm like, no. He's like, that's Asmongold's mod. I'm like, oh shit.
Okay, dude.
The
you gotta go there, dude.
The mod for the literal god.
Pick up my camera out of focus. Jesus Christ,
dude. But now, next fucking BlizzCon, if you're there, I'm giving you a great big fucking sloppy kiss and a sloppy hug, dude.
Fuck yeah, dude. As long as as long as Corona dies down and everything.
As long
as Corona. It'll probably be private. I don't know. Maybe we'll stream it. We'll see. I think you're like the only person.
Would be so much fun.
Oh well, it's already like IRL streams.
They don't even allow cameras in the
unless you're like press.
Yeah.
So you're not allowed to stream the actual inside of the convention, but you can IRL. I mean, I will definitely IRL my on my next trip to BlizzCon.
Dude, I can't wait.
But I think Adam, you're the only person who I met in person, and now I hang out with like in WoW and online.
Yeah.
Like, everyone else I met online first, and then interact with them at BlizzCon later.
Yeah,
it's pretty crazy.
It's so crazy when you go to BlizzCon. Like, it was my first BlizzCon ever, and like I didn't know what to expect, and I was going up to all of these creators and just like talking to them like we knew each other for like years, and like I'd never met Mr. GM IRL before. We would always like communicate online and shit, and we just like hung out the whole fucking time, like him and his girlfriend and I and my friend, and we were just like literally just like broing it up, dude. Like just sitting together and all the what's it called, the panels and everything. It was just such a great time, dude. And Savage, we met Savage, yo. Savage, hanging out with Savage was the most fun, man. It was the most fun we've had in the Hilton, dude. Good times. Syd, are you trying to go to BlizzCon?
Absolutely.
Rather?
I've never been to a BlizzCon, and I was planning on going this year until it got canceled. So
do you think that they'll do like a virtual thing?
They sort of leaked that they did.
Good.
On the investor call,
Good.
They said that sometime early in 2021 they're doing some sort of virtual BlizzCon event.
Good.
Oh shit.
I was at 2019 chat. I was there. I dodged a lot of people. I was hanging out with my brother, and I had like a back injury at the time, which sucks. I think the day I met you, I was actually wearing this shirt, so same shirt, PogChamp. But yeah, same weird. But I think for the next IRL BlizzCon, I will definitely organize an event. Like 100% we'll organize like a big meetup with everybody.
I want all the homies there.
Yeah, it's gonna be a party, man. Don't miss out, guys. We're all gonna be there.
Probably.
Good shit.
Chocolate.
Listen,
Definitely.
Bring the kids. Bring the wife.
I'd have 2 kids by then, so
I'm gonna get Oprah rich and fly your whole family out. Okay.
there it is, dude. I appreciate that.
Rich and S-Fan were the 2 people I didn't get to meet. I saw F-Fan. I saw S-Fan streaming. I didn't get to talk to him, and Rich was doing the casting thing. But yeah, big Fs. I met everybody else though. It was a good time.
Man.
It was.
It'd be, I don't know, like I feel like it'd be like overwhelmed going to my first BlizzCon because there's like, so I feel like some of the panels are like so far apart and it's like one right after the other. So like I feel like I would spend so much time just like hanging out with everybody, and I would just watch the panels back in the hotel room. That's probably how I would spend.
Oh, there was so much that I missed.
It's just like hanging out and just like, and because like the panels, you know, like the panels are cool. Like I definitely would want to be there for the opening ceremony, like sitting with like a group of, you know, of all the boys. That'd be like the best way to do it. But then like after that, just like as long as like you're like hanging out with like people, like I feel like you're gonna have a good time. And then as long as you can like get some cool merch out of it, because I think they had like a really cool like Lich King skateboard that you can get from last year's BlizzCon, which was
who got that?
Maximus got that.
Yeah, Maximus. Yeah.
I'm so jealous. That thing is so cool.
Sick.
So you know, I would definitely try to get some merch, but then after that, like I would just focus on just like spending time with people from like the community, right? That's what that's really why I want to go. Like I don't care about the convention. Like the convention is just a coincidence of why I'm going there in the first place, you know?
Yeah, to be honest, like I was like more hyped to be there just to chill with everybody. Like Shadowlands was great, like, but I didn't even like really care as much. You know what I'm trying to say? Like it was great just hanging out there. Like, it was just a good time.
Yeah, no, I get you completely. Like it's sort of like, and everyone has such a good attitude. Minus some classic Andes, but we won't talk about that.
True.
Everyone has really, really fucking good attitudes. It sort of feels like a family gathering, like not the bad kind of family gathering, but like. And then there's always people who consider themselves like myself, for example. If you see me, I'll give you the whole fucking tour of Anaheim, dude. I will literally, and if you want to get to a panel, like I don't know if you guys have ever been to like Warped Tour or any music festival, like I elbow my way through a fucking crowd and get the best spot. So like, and also cut lines at the bathroom. You know, don't judge. Cut every line you see. Like that's just how I roll.
See, Andy over here.
I'll get you wherever you want in Anaheim on BlizzCon weekend.
Yeah.
Dude, the one thing we didn't get to do was Medieval Times. It was right next to my hotel too.
I think if I went to BlizzCon, it'd be like a BlizzCon trip / Disneyland trip, because you know with two little girls, like I would have to take them to Disneyland. And
so my old kid went to Universal and Harry Potter Land together.
I love
2 years ago. You should definitely schedule a day and like get there like a day or two early, so you have a day to do that stuff with your family. The convention is such a fucking busy weekend. Like the 2.5 days is
it just flies by. I'm sure too. Like
no time. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard.
I signed up for a
one at a time.
No, go ahead, Zip.
I also heard like 2 extra days for travel just to ease the mental a little bit works.
Yeah, definitely. We got there and I was like, yo, we have to go to In-N-Out like the second. I didn't even want to go to the hotel. I didn't even want to go to the hotel.
Here, brother. You haven't had a real burger till you had Whataburger.
Whataburger. I knew he was gonna say.
Listen here, brother.
As soon as Texas gets normalized, I will come down for Whataburger. And I
would love to have like a PUGCast gathering and just like smoke 10 briskets for everybody and just like have a huge Texas barbecue.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That's like my goal one time. One day I'll have that.
One day.
In-N-Out's not gross. Their fries are trash, but the burgers are really good. Like the burgers are good, right? But the fries are just bad.
Yeah.
What?
I'm sorry.
What?
Listen.
The fries are the best part.
Listen
the
here.
Fries in a shape.
Hold up. Listen here, sister. You haven't had real fries, so you had Texas Whataburger fries, okay?
So listen.
You goddamn city boys wouldn't know good French fries.
Oh my god. You know what though? When I had In-N-Out, it was fucking beautiful. But Shake Shack was.
Shake Shack is
better.
superior
Shake Shack
for
is
sure.
good.
Shake Shack is better.
Yeah.
100%.
I was very disappointed to find that out, but yeah. Oh,
Fucking,
man.
there's such long lines of fucking In-N-Out too. Holy shit!
Yeah.
It's tourist.
Wrap around.
Yeah.
When they had both been In-N-Out like super close to my house here in San Antonio, and it was like for 3 months, like literally like from 2 stoplights down, bumper to bumper to the In-N-Out, and I'm like, Whataburger's right there, dude. What you doing? Hey, listen.
Definitely not.
Number 2 with cheese, diet, and a Dr. Pepper. That's all you need. There it is.
That's breakfast.
You can't.
I've never had Whataburger.
Yeah, no, right.
It's a true
I'm
delicacy.
not a
It's a true delicacy
know.
here.
Chick-fil-A lines? Oh yeah. Chick-fil-A lines are similar to In-N-Out, I think.
I love Chick-fil-A also.
Their lemonade's good.
So, I think we got derailed a little bit.
It was a good,
but it was a good, yeah, exactly. Exactly. I think we
usually.
No, you go ahead. No, you go ahead. I insist.
Oh, no, yeah. We usually close out podcasts with our. We usually start podcasts with the how did you start playing WoW question, and we end podcasts with the what are you most excited for in Shadowlands question. So if you wanna do the Syd first format, you can go ahead and do that. What are you most excited for in Shadowlands?
I need to think, so I'm gonna go Tirrin first.
For BFA to be fucking over.
True. Big true.
Listen, for all the people who were complaining that they didn't get into the BFA beta, we've been in BFA beta all along, boys. Start to finish.
Always has been.
It always has been. Exactly.
Beta for Azerite. Holy shit. BFA big fucking ass.
True.
Worse than ass, dude. Like there's some people who like ass. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
All right,
yeah,
Syd.
so for all that shit all the baggage that came with this expansion to just go the fuck away.
Yeah.
Like I think that like with WoD there wasn't much baggage because there wasn't much content, and with Legion the end of the expansion was so fucking good and fun that nobody wanted it to fucking end, and then it ended and 8.0 ruined the whole fucking game for 2 years. So I think for that to just all go in the fucking trash can and for us to move on to 9.0 with a clean slate, I don't think they could. At this point, I don't think they could do much worse than what they did in 8.0. So I think we're good. I think it'll be good. That's what I'm looking for.
As long as Shadowlands is as good as Legion, I'm happy. As long as it's like as good, or at least better than BFA and WoD. You know?
Yeah, that's a very low bar.
Yeah. I'm not Blizzard. I'm not asking for much. Okay, like.
We're literally asking for crumbs. Like, please, man, give me a smidgen of expansion.
Can I have some more, sir?
Please, man. Some content.
I'm excited for Mythic rating to not be complete ass and to not make me want to quit the game. I'm excited that Jesus, what is this shameless?
All right. Oh, Panthara, what the
Shame.
fuck is that?
Save that for tomorrow night, Panthara.
True.
Jesus.
Tomorrow night on Syd stream.
10 p.m. EST.
TOS. The TOS show.
That's true.
TOS show.
Oh, I'm crying.
Whenever I saw your tweet, I was like, "Is she talking about Tomb of Sargeras?" Like, because I need to probably run that this week anyway. So, like, is she like, are they planning like a run? Because I want to join in, right? Like, I need the sets.
Oh, that might be a copyright issue if we named it Tomb of Sargeras.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Yoink.
True.
No snitches in my chat.
Yeah.
Yep.
They yoinked my
Or Adam, as we learned.
So they can, I can yoink their name.
No stitches until 6.
All right, but Syd, what are you most excited for going into Shadowlands? Like, what are you looking forward to do?
I'm most excited for Mythic Plus, and I'm most excited for the gearing systems in BFA to be gone.
True.
I think the RNG. I think like the only grind that you should have to do for gear is killing bosses and PvPing, and not grinding for Azerite in a PvE island, whatever the fuck, Warfronts, whatever the hell that was.
True.
nonsense. So I'm excited to actually have meaningful gearing back, and hopefully some more Legion style Mythic Plus gameplay.
Yeah, remember Warfronts? Yeah, no one does.
I think I did the Darkshore one time, and I did this the Arathi Highlands one time. Like literally one time I did it, and I was like, okay, I got it. I did it. I'm good. I don't need to do this ever again.
I've always wanted the full Arathi plate set, but Jesus Christ.
I think I got it from a bug. There was like a bug where like you did it once and you got the whole set. I got it from that, and yoink, mine now.
I have the whole thing to the head, but.
And what tilts me about Warfronts is that they always give us an excuse that they can't add more fucking battlegrounds into the game, and it's like, are you kidding me? What a missed opportunity to fucking add a decent PvP feature, and you just turn it into a PvE piece of shit.
Warfronts.
When they were announced,
you should be able to like kill the other faction in the Warfront. Like imagine, like I know like Blizzard servers, big Omega lol, big meme, right? But like, come on, let me have like 20 versus 20 Arathi Highlands, winner takes all, take over the other person's fort. Like that'd be the
I don't understand what the point of the whole thing was if it wasn't PvP. Like
fucking waste.
A complete fucking waste. I would be no lifing BFA if those were PvP.
And not only that, but like just like the whole BFA story was so discombobulated that and now we just add another 20 minutes to the podcast because we just got going again. But like the BFA story was just so like mismatched and discombobulated because you'd start out and it was like, okay, like now it's only about the faction war. Oh, surprise, tentacle, there's N'Zoth. And now it's like, now you're killing N'Zoth, Kamehameha, you're Dragon Ball Z, you freaking thrall that bitch, and then it's over. Like that's it. Like what happened? Where's Ashara? Like I feel like there's too many loose ends. They didn't have like a story. At least like in Legion, like
where's the church?
At least
on Zanesh.
Oh yeah, she was like chained up or something like that. I don't even know.
Stupid. I don't even know what's going on in BFA right now. I just know it's garbage.
It's done. It's over.
It's just purple. It's so overwhelmingly purple.
Yeah.
Legion was overwhelmingly green, and then WoD was overwhelmingly green too.
Here's the last thought. Like, what do you guys think would be a good way to avoid like just end of expansion burnout, like for Shadowlands? Like when Shadowlands ends, because it'll end. What's a good way to like keep the hype going?
Everything ends eventually.
Exactly what they fucking did in Legion, except like a little bit better, a little bit further the idea. Exactly.
Tower 2.
Well, I think Mage Tower would be sick.
Mage Tower stuff.
Mage Tower kind of combo wombo. That's what I'm talking about.
Grinding out legendaries with currency, and then in the pre-patch, how you could the pre-patch for Legion was so fucking good, where you could.
Only thing I didn't like about the Legion pre-patch was personal loot. They added personal loot in the Legion pre-patch, and that felt bad.
Yeah, that's trash. But specifically the event, how you could level characters going around the world doing the invasions, or you could gear a character at the same time. It didn't matter what level you could.
That was so much.
They need that.
I think they'll do that with like the Scourge. They do like another Scourge invasion. That's gonna be so much fun. I'm more excited about the pre-patch than I am about Shadowlands right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like because pre-patch is probably gonna be next month. If it's typically like 6 weeks of pre-patch. It's already like the middle of August, which is insane.
Yeah. Oh wow. True.
Yeah, 2020 is just gone. Like
Tally's predictions are usually on point too.
Yeah, so I just want an official release date from Blizzard, because whenever Classic WoW was announced, I did like a countdown tweet. Every single day I did a countdown tweet. And I would like take a screenshot, and it was like an infinite loop of countdown.
Do you still play Classic WoW?
Listen, dude. I have it installed, okay? It's somewhere on my computer. I don't know, man.
Okay.
Classic, Omega lol, AQ. Who cares about stupid AQ gate? It's the bugs,
It's so bad. It's so fucking bad. They fucked it up so bad. That game is so fucking bad right now, dude. It's nothing like vanilla was.
Listen,
absolutely fucking nothing like vanilla was.
Classic WoW, super easy. I clear Ragnaros every single week on my Paladin. Shit's cake, dude. I solo that. I solo it on my Paladin every single week, dude. And not in Classic, but in BFA I do. So like It's easy. Easy game.
I fucked myself in Classic, dude. I wish I did more research.
I just wish I never transferred off of Faralina. Like, I transferred off of Faralina because, you know,
Well, now's the best time to level.
Okay, dude, listen. I ain't doing that. No way, no how, dude.
Don't waste your time unless you have a group of homies to chill with and you like the vibes.
Yeah.
That's true. 100%. I don't play Classic other than to level with the homies.
I think what ruined my Classic WoW experience was me trying to min-max. I think, like, I just took it too seriously. And, like, I just didn't have fun. I didn't focus on having fun. I was like, oh, like, I gotta run this dungeon 12 times to try to get these pre-bis boots or whatever. Like, I don't know. Like, I wish, like, I would have just took my time and just enjoyed it more.
It's not a serious game.
Oh well.
So people shouldn't take it so seriously.
Collect funny mounts in WoW.
I've kind of given up on Classic WoW, but like I've recently been dabbling in leveling a priest. Priest is kind of fun. So on off time, sometimes I'll go on and I'll just play on the priest for a little bit. It's kind of cozy. But I know I'll get burnt out eventually and just not play it.
Yeah, I'm playing a Hunter and that was a mistake.
You don't like Hunter?
Ooh, big brain. Too much shit for me to worry about, man. I thought I was going to do a retail Hunter. And then when I realized that I had to buy arrows and then I had to buy bullets and I have to feed my pet, it's like real life.
Listen, and 9mm is so expensive nowadays. 9mm is so... Oh, wait, you're talking about WoW? Well, okay, I was confused. You said buying ammo, and I'm like, hey...
No, we're talking about guns, brother.
9mm ammo is way too goddamn expensive, brother.
Okay.
All right, K-Kona.
Yeah. Syd was a night elf hunter too.
Tried to put arrows in a gun. Oh no.
True.
Well, and not only that, but you have to buy like either an ammo pouch or a quiver. You can't just have like one thing. You have to equip the correct thing in order to even put the correct thing into the correct thing to use the correct thing.
I learned that one the hard way.
That's why I played mage. I just pressed frostbolt over and over and over again.
True.
What the hell is up with Shadow Meld?
What about it?
Why can't you meld out a combat? What's the use?
Because
I was so
you're supposed to group up with your other night elf hunters, shadow meld somewhere, wait for someone you dislike to drive on by, and you aim shot open on them, and they instantly die.
The whole I tried to play a night elf rogue, and the whole point of me going night elf rogue was so I can have an extra stealth. Like if I'm trying to run away from combat, like I do on retail. I did that shit on retail all the time, and then I did it on classic. I'm like, well, fuck me, it doesn't work in combat. Nope. What's the point?
You're supposed to hide. You're supposed to hide in a tree for 18 hours and wait for whatever streamer you don't like to drive by.
Fuck classic. Me and my homies hate classic, dude.
Seriously, why no one told me anything about I was leveling in classic and they were just sitting there like the human embodiment of Pepe laugh, and they were just like, she doesn't know. So annoying.
We were gonna spoil it for you.
It was so bad.
I don't know. I think there's nothing wrong with liking like if that's the game you like, that's the game you like, right? I feel like this is obviously like, at least for me, like it's all memes. Like, you know, if you like classic WoW, play what you like. Play what's fun for you. Like, I feel like there is like a lot of like animosity between the two types of WoW players. Is like,
oh yeah,
like I don't know why. Like you're still you're playing World of Warcraft at the end of the day, and most of the classic people are excited about TBC. You know, which is you know, it evolved into what we have today. You know, eventually, you know, things will change. You know,
that's the only reason I play classic right now is like looking forward to more classic expansions.
I'm waiting for
Wrath.
You think it'll go to Wrath?
Ret Paladin and Wrath, dude. Oh, so much fun.
If they don't make it go to Wrath, that's just going to be a missed opportunity.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's so many ways that they could do it too. They could like allow you to like copy over your character like just one time, right? Like you can't, like, because obviously if you can make multiple copies, then you could have 12 level 80s or 12 level 70s and just kind of overpower the server. But I think if you copy over characters to be able to do it one time, and they can have, you know, that way you keep your classic character and you have a TBC or a Wrath character, you know, to go, you know, going forward.
Whatever they do.
I just want to say Panthera is on a fucking roll today.
Yeah, he's always on one roll
today.
He's
pissed at it every stream.
Yeah.
Him and Reverie, oof. I can't catch a break.
This guy.
I think that they should nuke Fairlina, whatever they do. Fucking just get rid of that shit.
Yeah, on a stack, dude, for sure.
Completely on a stack, bro. Like,
Okay, boomer.
we'll send all facts, no printer. Just nuke the whole server. Whatever they do with
never seen a hat in his life.
Yeah, I
just
don't
get
know.
rid of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
I
was
think
fake.
So trained.
I think the worst part, maybe not the worst part of a classic, but like back in 2004, we didn't have streaming websites, right? You couldn't stream a video game onto the internet back in 2004, or even I think not even in 2006 you couldn't either. Like you'd have like people who would like make videos, but you wouldn't have like a live feed of what they're doing. And I think that was really like a big like what I'm trying to say, like it changed the way that people thought about the game, right? They thought about the game as like as a way to provide content to people instead of like just playing the game and enjoying it and playing and having that classic experience, because it's not like, you know, or there is no vanilla experience anymore. Like it is its own entity, right? And it is really embarrassing for Blizzard that some French dude can run a better server and have more people on a server than Blizzard can in Classic WoW.
True.
Like that is like, come on, that's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I don't think it was the streamers that ruined Fairlina, man. I think it was the mass amounts of people that fucking hate them for no reason.
Yeah,
that
true.
were the problem.
Yeah.
Well,
And
you
they
have
just
like
overpowered.
listen. I don't have any hate viewers. All of my viewers are my friends. Okay. I don't
Yeah,
have, you know, everyone's my friend here. Okay. So. Yeah, but I think like, you know, if you any streamer is gonna have people who are gonna constantly camp them and snipe them because they want that kind of attention, right? So I think that played a huge part into how it was, you know, perceived. So
yeah.
Do you think that like any of that kind of mentality is going to carry over into Shadowlands? Because I know that SFan is going to make a leveling guild, and I know you know, a lot of people are going to go over and try Shadowlands. Like, do you think there are going to be any like classic Andy attention seeker motherfuckers there?
I don't think so, because the servers are so fragmented and broken and not broken, but like you have so much like sharding and phasing and server groups. I think it's gonna be really hard. I mean, it's pretty hard to stream snipe someone now in BFA unless you're like on an RP server and you have PvP mode on and they have PvP mode on or war mode. I think it'd be really hard to achieve the same amount of trolling that they were able to in Classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
And this is coming from someone who never played vanilla and who is just a total noob at Classic. But I think that, like, from what I've seen, people who play Classic have such a emotional tie to that game, and I don't think that exists in retail. Like, I don't think that there's the drive to want to do anything malicious, like, to that extent, right?
Well, yeah, and it's like it's so hard to do that in retail anyways. Like they have to jump through 10 hoops in order to do what they wanted to do in retail, and the streamer could just Hearthstone, turn off war mode, go back out, and not have to worry about it. You know, like that's always the, you know, that's always like like an easy out for the streamer. But in Classic, you don't have that option. You know, you have like you're stuck out there, and they'll corpse camp you for 3 hours.
3 hours?
Maybe more.
Have you talked to Mr. GM?
Oh yeah, no, I was there.
3 hours.
And
I spent a week myself on my main bailing him out.
Yeah, and Mr. GM's was like targeted harassment was basically what it was. Like it was fucked up. Like,
and that's what's fucked up about Classic is it enables targeted harassment.
Yeah.
If you want to have a whole fucking show about that, I'll be there for that.
I know that there's like the arguments like, oh well, if you don't want a PvP, then don't be on a PvP server. But it's like you shouldn't have to worry about somebody literally corpse camping you for 18 hours straight. You know, like where you literally can't even play the game, right? Because I don't know like how much that actually happened back in Classic, like back in Vanilla WoW. It probably happened a little bit. Maybe about an hour, you know, like they camp your corpse for an hour, like, you know, right when Honor came out and they wanted to farm you for Honor, but they weren't able to like go to twitch.tv/ you know, Mr. McStreamer Pants, and you know, like, oh, he's a 3 viewer Andy, I can just fuck his life over, make him quit streaming, make him quit content creation, because that's really, you know, like it fucks with you, you know.
Yep. Does.
So
I know so many people that have been fucked with mentally over Classic WoW.
Oh yeah.
Because I love Vanilla WoW. I loved Vanilla WoW. It was my favorite expansion. But Classic WoW is not fucking Vanilla WoW. You'll
Absolutely
never convince
not.
me that it is.
Absolutely not.
Are they planning on fixing the issues with
Nope.
No,
I don't think so.
They're getting worse and worse and worse with this AQ shit. They totally flubbed everything. How like you have one because of the two layers. There's one layer that's all Alliance and one layer that's all Horde. So that the AQ war that you hear about doesn't even fucking exist. It's the most boring shit ever. Did you guys see Tips Out's tweet about it?
No.
Tips Out's tweet is a perfect example. Like how like, and if they didn't have layering, the game wouldn't even work.
Yeah.
during
They had to bring back layering because of how fucked how long the queues were, right? Like,
yeah,
that's a problem with like having like these mega servers, like these, like I think they messed up because they didn't have enough servers at launch. They totally underestimated the amount of servers that they had at launch. Yeah, and
or cheaped out.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and well, I don't even think it costs them that much more to add servers, right? Because a lot of them are cloud based. A lot of them are cloud based copies of each other. Where they,
sure.
Amazon Web Services or whatever, they can do something with cloud.
They switched to Google a few months ago, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So
they switched off AWS, which people think is the reason why the servers are shitty, but I don't think it is at all. I think they were probably shittier before they switched.
Yeah, everyone was so excited for Classic. And I mean, like, I like the idea of Classic WoW. I love the idea of Classic WoW. I just hate the execution of it, and I hate I don't hate the community around it, but
I do.
Some of the community around it is overall objectively bad for the health of the game.
My I used to play back in the day with like my best friend Aaron, right, from high school, and we would stay up all night, fucking every weekend playing WoW, and I got him back into the game for Classic, and Aaron Pog, and he got to level 60 before I stopped playing Classic, right? So he got to level 60 with his brother and his cousin. We used to play, all of us used to play together. They play on Netherwind, and he's telling me all the time that like he's going into not pre-mates, but he's going into PvP, into battlegrounds, and people are literally whispering him. This is when he first got to 60. He was going into BGs, and then people are literally whispering him, saying, "Dude, your gear sucks dick," like literally just like talking shit to him. And like that's embarrassing, dude. That's like embarrassing, like to be a WoW player and like somebody new, like relatively new to the game. Like he never got to 60 when we were playing Classic. Like we were mad young, like so like he doesn't know what he's doing. It's like embarrassing. Like people are just like,
here's what you say. You say, "My gear was good enough for your mom last night." Boom, got him roasted.
He did a couple of times, right? He actually says that. But like, what's comforting?
Not a good look. It's not a good look.
No,
it's not at all. But like the one thing that he's been like telling me that like he's like, "Oh, I went up against this guy Mad Season." You know who that is? Mad Season. He went up against Mad Season. He went up against S-Fan, and he's been like researching all of these content creators now because of like he's been seeing them. What's going on in chat? What's going on in chat? Everybody's like silently laughing.
I'm farming. Sorry.
No, but yeah, he's literally researching about the game because he's going up against like S-Fan and Mad Season and BGs. So that makes me happy. But yeah.
What is like something that you'd want them to bring, like a game system wise, right? Not community based wise, or not like how it kind of like festers that toxicity. But what would you want them to bring over from Classic WoW to current WoW?
Community.
Well,
Shadow Melt.
The community's pretty shitty a lot of the times in Classic WoW. So maybe I mean, when you say that community, you're saying like where like the game forces you to play together. Honestly. Like it forces you to have to group up and do stuff together.
Yeah, I'm talking about something that like just enriches the fucking brings back the MMO to the game. You know what I mean? Like WoW is a fucking single player game.
Yeah, it is.
Like you don't have to play with anybody. You don't have to talk to anybody. You don't have to communicate.
Everyone is NPCs in WoW now.
And they're committed to it being an RPG. Like with all these like Covenant elements and shit. Mm-hmm. Like they consider WoW to be a multiplayer RPG and not like a co-op RPG almost.
Yeah.
They're committed to that. when all we want is a fucking massive multiplayer online role-playing game like it's 2 decades ago.
Yeah, I want to see how, like, if I'm a Necrolord and I want to, and you know, like, there's some certain thing that a crafter who's a Revendreth person has, like, I want to see how like people with different covenants interact with each other. That could probably bring in like some really interesting community vibes. I don't know.
It's
could
like,
be a good idea.
Ardenweald, fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm
It'd
afraid of.
It'd be really cool if they had like a special like for you know, 1v1v1v1, but it's two players from each covenant, and they all just like, it's just like this giant arena where it's like 2v, or you have like one covenant against every other covenant. So it's like an 8 player arena, and it's only in Shadowlands. So whatever covenant you are, that's what team you're on. You could be Horde, Alliance, doesn't matter, but you queue up solo queue, you know, # solo queue. And
I think they asked about covenant-based PvP, and I think they said that like the covenants aren't like at war with each other or whatever the fuck. Like, I don't think. War-wise would make sense.
It'd just be cool.
Gladiator tournament. That's all. Just call it.
Let me have some cool stuff.
Covenant Gladiators or some shit. Like, do it. Make it happen. There is some sort of PvP mechanic in one of the dungeons.
Yeah. I think it's the Maldraxxus dungeon.
Yeah. That's
where
really cool.
2 DPS get sent into like an arena and you have to fight, and whoever wins gets a buff. It's really cool.
I'm gonna troll the fuck out of people. Stabby and I are gonna troll the fuck out of people.
So that's gonna be really fun with friends and really not fun with random people.
Yeah. What's that? It's just in the chat could be a really interesting shit show. Covenant. If you see somebody else in an open world that's a different covenant, they should just automatically be an enemy to you. It'll just be like a massive PvP fuckfest.
That'd be sick.
That would be. I would like that. I would enjoy that.
It'd be really cool. There's so many like cool things that they could do with the covenants, because I mean, if you really think about it, it is its own faction now. Like, right? Like, it is its own like sub faction of WoW. So I think they really could do some really cool stuff. But then you have the meme like, oh, well, if it's a sub faction, then you're really tied to that choice, and you shouldn't be able to switch your abilities or whatever. Then you have like that whole argument that can stem from that too.
Hypothetically, like, that could do a lot between like the faction imbalance between Alliance and Horde. Ooh, Digital Bob.
Yo, thank you, dude.
Bob, thank you, dude.
There it is.
What's up, dude?
Dude, Pog you.
Our Kekona daddy. Is that what we call him?
We do now.
Hey, that's what I call him.
Yeah.
My Kekona daddy. I don't know about you guys.
He's all of ours. What's up, Bob?
You can share.
Man, like, I think there's just so many like cool ways they could take the story, like, not even just the story about, but just like the mechanics of WoW. Like, I don't think I'm okay with them completely removing factions, because I like the Horde versus Alliance. Like, that's like the bread and butter of WoW. That's like the basis of WoW, right? Because if it's based off of Warcraft, which is, you know, like Horde versus Alliance, orcs versus humans, they should keep it that way. But I think that with the covenants, they could maybe like loosen it up a little bit.
Yeah, that leads into another question that people have been talking about, you know, throughout the week. Like, do you guys think that they should like get rid of the faction restrictions in Shadowlands, since we're going collectively to an alternate realm of existence? Do you think, you know, Horde and Alliance should group up for PvE content and like dungeons and other shit? Yeah.
Yes, I have the solution. And everyone, whenever you ask this question, Blizzard and all the fucking community, what they'll say is, no, you can't abolish factions. Nobody fucking asked about abolishing factions ever. Yeah. All you have to do.
There are people that want that, though.
Okay, that's not what I think should happen. Narratively speaking, and everything to do with gameplay, the factions should always exist. I agree with Blizzard there. All you have to fucking do is enable some sort of mercenary mode feature, which they've already done.
They already have it in the game.
All you have to fucking do is enable a little mercenary mode feature for Mythic plus dungeons and normal and heroic raids, and then unlock it when Famed Slayer gets unlocked for Mythic.
Yep.
That's it. Don't fucking touch anything else. Do whatever you want with the story and with the factions and whatever the fuck you want with gameplay.
Yep.
Just allow a little bit of
that would do
collusion.
So much.
We just need a little collusion.
Collusion makes everything fun.
Listen, if they have collusion in Classic, if they can have collusion in Classic WoW, we can have collusion in Retail WoW.
And if they cannot have LFR in Classic, we cannot have it in Retail as well.
True.
Yeah,
Listen,
exactly. Yeah, true.
Here's my take on LFR. they're never gonna remove it. I don't think they'll ever remove it because it appeases it too many people. The people who like to pay for the game, right? Who are like me. Like I can do a normal mode raid or heroic raid because I can make time for it. But some people just can't. Some people work way more hours. They want to have a social life for whatever reason. I don't understand why they would want to do that. But like they'll never get rid of LFR. But you shouldn't get raid level gear from LFR. You should get normal mode dungeon gear, if anything. Yeah. Like you shouldn't get rewarded because like I remember like in the beginning of like BFA I did like one random LFR run just because I needed like gold or whatever. I was just bored, right? I was like, oh, let me do something. Let me just run a quick LFR, and I got like some crazy Titan Forge thing that was like almost as good as a heroic drop. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? Like, I don't deserve this. I felt dirty equipping that item because then like I don't want people to like. Oh, like he's wearing LFR bracers and they got Titan Forge and look at him, but like in that, well, yeah, there's no more Titan Forging anymore, but like I don't know.
Then now why does LFR exist? Like do fucking normal
like
mode. It's easier. It's easier than fucking LFR.
Yeah, the human elephant makes LFR just as hard as Mythic because you're literally working with true
Have you ever done LFR as off?
Oh my god. Yes.
You can't even kill it on LFR.
Literally every single group I've been, they force wipe it like 20 times so they can get as many stacks of determination, and then they just like breeze through it. And then the tank leaves, and then you're in queue for another 15 minutes just sitting there in this dumb room.
It's designed to milk the sub of someone who's too dumb to just queue for fucking normal mode.
Well, like, and it literally takes no effort to do normal mode. It's like I feel like with LFR, it made people afraid of raiding normal and heroic. Like, it's not like it's hard content. Like, if you can do a Mythic 0, you can do normal mode raiding.
Normal should be normal.
Normal should be the baseline. Like, if you want to do LFR, it should be like a story mode where you like you see the content, you see the story, you don't get any rewards from it, and you don't get nothing.
A scenario.
But it's like exactly. You just get to see it.
But stop. I don't know if they've done this because I haven't Mythic raided since Mythic Jaina. But stop fucking incentivizing people to do LFR than Mythic raid. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, true.
That's like
incentivizing. That's like incentivizing arena players to do Mythic Plus because they get better gear from Mythic Plus than they do arena. That doesn't make any sense at all.
True.
And at least now they're fixing that with the PvP vendors and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, not good. They're moving in the right direction. I think Shadowlands will be a good expansion, and the expansion after Shadowlands will be a great expansion if they continue with this trend of that they're going.
Because their pattern is like one good,
bad,
one bad. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't have high hopes for post Shadowlands.
Yeah.
Give me BFA 2.
Please no. What would you rather have, WoD 2 or BFA 2?
WoD 2.
WoD 2. Same.
Bad content or no content is better than bad content.
True.
Like the content of WoD was good. Like leveling was a lot of fun. The story was really good.
Leveling was good.
PvP was fun. Like Gladiator Warrior, Sword and Shield DPS Warrior was so much fun. It was so cool. They had cool things in the game. And the WoD raids were really fun. Classes felt good. Good abilities.
Yeah. It would have been really good if everything that was left on the editing room floor of WoD was actually in the game.
If they just implemented it into the game.
They just had the balls.
They moved on to Legion.
They were like, fuck this game, dude. We're just gonna go to Legion.
Legion was really good because of it too.
They had a lot of development time in it. Yeah. Maybe that's why BFA was so bad because they were focusing so much on Legion. They're like, oh shit, we got to get an expansion out there. So they just kind of threw it together.
Yeah, so it's sort of like
my
slamming it shit code together and sending it out.
Yeah, basically.
What were you saying, Tirrin?
No, you go.
I was just gonna say that Legion was like my favorite expansion just because I love like story and lore and just like getting immersed into fucking in a game, you know what I mean? And like I did that with all of my characters because I have every character, right? So I did that with all of my characters for every every order hall. So that's why I'm hyped for Shadowlands because I can do that with all 4 of the covenants.
Similar to the order hall, to the class order hall.
Exactly. Yeah. And they're trying to model it similarly.
I like that. Because I love that part of Legion because I had alts in Legion. I played alts in Legion because they were fun to play and they had their own like story. I didn't have to push content on them, but I could do like the class order hall story and do something.
Yeah, exactly.
You were incentivized to play alts not because you wanted like a BIS class or BIS gear or like a BIS ability, but because you wanted the story. And I think class fantasy and the lore in Legion was impeccable. I thought it was like you got the cool ass mount, you got the cool ass weapon, you got the cool ass story, you got the cool ass hideout, and then you got the cool ass mage tower appearance at the end.
Yeah.
It was great.
Sick.
Again, that's why BFA was just such a fucking massive disappointment to me, because there's so many great things in Legion that they just threw away and said, "Oh nope, we're just gonna give you fucking a cardboard box for transmog."
Do you think that Legion was really good because WoD was so shitty and we were just so excited to get out of WoD?
No, I think it was just genuinely good.
I genuinely think it was the best.
I think so too, but I wonder if some people think that maybe we think BFA is so shitty because it came after such a good expansion, which is true. No. But system-wise, BFA is just bad. Like, it's just a bad expansion.
Yeah.
No, I think it was great. Like, I mean, there were problems with the legendaries, but who gives a fuck, right? Whatever.
High-end PvP was really fucked in Legion too. Got a shout out to the PvP boys. WoD and BFA has been better for PvP, except for maybe Corruption era PvP.
Yeah, and Corruption. I hate it, dude. I hate it so much. It was such a bad idea. Like Blizzard has really cool ideas on paper, but then executing them, they always have to add a vendor to fix it. Like you get the and then not only that, but then the vendor is shitty too. Like they have a vendor and it's like, oh nope, no corruption for you. You don't get your best corruption because guess what? The vendor's on a rotation now also. Like why not just have it? Why not just have everything available? Like why does it have to be on a rotating schedule? Just let me be able to buy it, right? Because what if I save up enough and then I have to wait a week, and then what if I may quit in that time because BFA is so shit.
I'm trying so hard not to uncage on this corruption vendor right now. Holy God, my blood is boiling.
Do it.
Now. Yeah, let her out.
Listen,
we've all been waiting.
I'm a Senator Palpatine.
Corruption thematically and in practice, or it could be the coolest fucking gearing system that we've ever seen in World of Warcraft. That's what makes me so mad. And then you tie it behind this dog shit ass system of the corruption vendor, the echoes, and then don't even get me started, fucking horrific visions. They're the most horrific part of BFA. They're fucking terrible. They make me so fucking mad, especially Stormwind. And a split personality and Leaden Foot can suck my fucking cock, man. So mad. So mad, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
And corruption is so much fun until it's not. They don't let you have fun. Blizzard sees fun, and they're like, oh, you're having fun? Fuck you.
Delete fun. True.
They do a lot of shit where I don't understand their fucking logic. Like, it's just what? Like, why? Like, what the fuck is the point? I don't know.
Twilight Devastation geared half the guild. Twilight TD is pretty fun.
And Ravenblood, the best tank and guild leader I've ever met in my life.
When you have oh my gosh, I remember when Asm did an all tank run of Nyalotha, and it was the best thing ever. I think they just had one mage to do Bloodlust and that's it, or to do heroism, and it was literally you had demon hunters doing 3 million DPS.
Did you see
or 300k, some ridiculous shit. Do what?
The full rate of fire mages?
Yes.
I don't know
and they
did
just,
it.
It literally lagged the server out. I think it was METHOD. Now Echo. It was the old Echo boys. So, oh, speaking of that, gold buying. I know this is the longest episode ever now because I just keep thinking of stuff to talk about.
This is actually the longest episode of the podcast.
It's up to you guys.
Gold buying. So the whole Gallywix thing. I don't know if y'all heard about that. So
I gotta go. I'm triggered. I'm out of here. Fuck Gallywix.
So
fuck that whole shit, dude.
Blizzard really deleted 5 billion gold from the game because they of all the people that they banned from the Gallywix thing. So basically some of the top leaders like Gallywix were skimming gold off the top and selling it, right? And even some of the old Mythic boys like Scripe admitted to buying gold from Gallywix cheaper than it was to buy a WoW token. That's I understand why they added the WoW token was to was to basically give players a way to buy gold. But
Oh yeah.
I don't know, like I'd rather them just ban the people who buy gold and just not give them an option to buy gold in the first place. Like, sorry, if you want to get gold, play the fucking game. It's like if it was a free to play MMO, then yeah, buy gold, buy transmog, buy gear, buy free to play. It's pay to win at the end of the day. But it's not. You pay a sub fee. If you pay a sub fee, you shouldn't have to pay all of this additional stuff so you can get a competitive edge on somebody. You should be able to play the game to get a competitive edge.
Wasn't Blizzard aware of what was going on with Gallywix though?
I'm sure they were. I'm sure they were monitoring it because they take gold buying pretty seriously. Like RMT, they take it very seriously. I remember. I think I saw one streamer got banned for like a whole year. Like he had like a 1 year ban. I mean, it was only on one of his accounts. He had a alt account he could use, right? So it didn't really affect him. But I think it's actually more cost effective. It's more beneficial for people just to work an hour of overtime at their job and buy a WoW token than it is for them to farm 100,000 gold over a week. Mm-hmm. And that's just how it shouldn't be. It just shouldn't be like that.
Corruption goes so deep with the Gallywix and the gold buying shit, man. Like I'll expose it right now. They had a whole fucking channel in their Discord dedicated to harassing streamers.
Really?
And moderation and the admins of the server said that they didn't know it existed or whatever, but they had a whole subset of people that were dedicated to harassing people. I personally handled a lot of the cases.
Jeez.
It was a really annoying day for me.
Oh, I bet, man. Yeah, and they should get banned. And that's crazy. I read this. I was not read the video. I didn't read a video because if I read a video, that'd be insane. But I watched this video where this guy was explaining how big is $1 million versus how big is $1 billion. So if you took $1 million $1 bills and stack them and lay them on their side, it'd be 160 yards long. Mm-hmm. If you took 1 billion, it'd be 60 something miles long. Is how big it would be. It's so much gold. Mm-hmm. So much gold. 2 + 2, yeah, it's actually big math, dude.
I can't even count to 10.
It takes you a couple minutes to a couple seconds to walk 160 yards or whatever, maybe a couple minutes. Mm-hmm. You have to literally drive to get to 1 billion. Mm-hmm. You have to be going on the highway to get to 1 billion, and it takes an hour if you're going 60 miles an hour. That's such an insane amount of gold that they removed from the economy, which is good. They should, because it's naughty boys. But yeah, I just wanted to. I saw that and I was like, oh, that's interesting.
It's clearly against TOS, right?
Oh,
so they shouldn't be doing it in the first place. So that doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah. No.
What bothers me is that Blizzard knew about it allegedly, and they let it go on for a little too long before they actually put a stop to it.
Well, I think that's a problem with not even multi-boxes, but bot accounts. There's you have botting is a real big problem in classic WoW and in retail WoW, right? Mm-hmm. And they the botting goes on for too long, where the person who's botting made enough gold where they can it doesn't matter that it gets deleted because they have enough gold to start up another bot and do the same thing. So they just don't catch it soon enough. Mm-hmm.
Takes them forever to respond to.
How big was Gallywix, just out of curiosity? Because I just learned about it this week.
Top guilds, all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know what gold cap is in retail WoW, but in order to have 5 billion gold, that's a lot of characters that have to be at gold cap.
You gotta understand, like Chocolate said, the whole high-end scene of the game relies on shady practice of min-maxing gold and gear.
I mean, if Method admitted to buying gold, what do you think every other top-end guild isn't taking advantage of that as well?
Right, exactly.
They're just not saying it. Yeah. It's probably better that they don't say it. Method's already fucked, so they have
yeah, I mean, yeah.
Who will make the world?
Yeah, Method who? Who is a Method? Yeah, I don't know. I think that's Method Omega true. Now it's Echo. Their logo looks like Thundercats. I don't know if you saw like the Echo logo.
Yo,
it looks like the Thundercats logo.
I saw the tweet of their trailer thing. Somebody, I scrolled literally like directly down. Somebody posted a meme of Pam saying it's the same picture. Like,
Yeah,
both
I see no difference. Well,
So-
like Soldier's saying, like if they pay for Gallows carries, if they paid for Gallows carries in cash, yes, but people have gold carries, and that's totally fine. Like that's like I'm okay with gold carries, right? Like. If you don't have the time to do it, but you have the gold to do it, and you want to pay for somebody to carry you through content, that's fine.
I mean,
Give them gold.
My heroic N'Zoth kill.
Yeah, true.
Chocolate and I wasted all of our gold on getting
Kevin Ram Incorporated.
Should have just joined Incendiary.
I don't have a geared horde. I don't have a geared horde character.
You don't need to have one.
Ravenblood.
We were pumping.
All right. I'll transfer my Magheart Orc warrior over.
Please, dude.
Get a refund.
And he'll be I don't even know what covenant he'll go. Probably Maldraxxus because it looks really cool.
Is that on KT?
It's on Horde Illidan.
Yeah, Horde Illidan.
Oh, okay. I'll write that down so I don't.
I will always have this opinion about the Horde, but the Horde live in mud huts. Okay.
True.
And this is
disgusting.
it's not even like like alliance
we
propaganda.
only play Blood Elves, all right?
It's just true facts.
I mean, thematically, Alliance is the coolest
True.
faction. Like, I have an Alliance tattoo, but I play Horde. Like, I'm a total traitor. I spent my whole life playing Alliance until I got competitive in WoW.
I played Horde from the start, from like 2007 up until Legion, and then I switched over to Alliance. I would love to get like a Horde and Alliance like tattoo, like half Horde, half Alliance, like cut down the middle. That'd be really cool.
That's sick.
But
yeah,
that's a good idea, man.
I played Alliance in vanilla, and then when Wrath came out, I made my Blood Elf DK, and then I played that DK till Legion. So I was playing Horde until Legion, like maining Horde, but I've always been an Alliance boy.
Same.
Like
I'm
is just gorgeous.
Night Elves are my spirit animals, so
same, dude. Same. Night Elf was my first character, but I've always. But
I actually
want
to play the game, so I had to roll Horde. Unfortunately,
that's true. And on the beta, there's a significantly larger Horde player base than Alliance, and it sucked if you wanted to try and get a dungeon group for anything before the wipe. At least you had to play Horde. I don't know how it is now with everybody copying their characters, but yeah.
Well, I think. There's always a meme like, oh, like, only like little kids play Alliance. Oh, only little kids play Horde. Like, the meme goes both ways, right? Like, whatever faction's your favorite, you're gonna make fun of the other faction. I've always been like, I'm gonna play like whatever like my friends are. Like, that's probably where I'll end up being and end up going. Like, probably what I'll do in pre-patch is I'll level up like, Pally and DK on Horde, and then because I already have one of each on Alliance, but I want to have one of each on Horde, just so I can be able to have if I want to roll Horde, I can take my Zandalari Horde Paladin and have fun, be able to play with the homies.
Yeah, I've always loved Alliance, but the Horde Mountain Dew flavor was the best.
True. I was on the beta and I opened up my pets tab because actually my wife was playing and she was like, oh, like, can you like summon a pet, because I want to see like what pets you have, and they didn't transfer over for whatever reason, so I opened the pet tab and I saw the little robot from the Mountain Dew commercial and I was like, man, those were simpler times. I miss those days.
I bought cases of that shit. I love that shit so much. And it's basically just Code Red and like what their other blue flavor.
They just don't make it like they used to. Okay.
Yeah, and I had the can. Like I kept two of the cans, but then like we moved out of our older apartment and my mother threw them away and they're just gone. They're just gone now. So sad.
Lost in the void.
You should have drank them. You should have just drank them.
No. They were empty. Just cans.
Okay.
I just kept them.
Why would you let me play Horde? Horde's fine. Like, Horde's good. Like, there's nothing wrong with Horde or Alliance. Play what you like, I wanted you to play a Blood Elf because you seem like you'd fit good playing a Blood Elf,
True.
Humans are good too.
15 years to change factions for gameplay reasons.
What?
It took me 16 years to change factions for gameplay reasons. It was really hard for me, but it's better.
I played Horde through a lot of Legion. Like it was like at the very end of Legion is when I switched over to Alliance. So I mean, I could really
tend to actively play both factions next expansion because
Yeah.
I'm going to be playing at least 4 characters, for each covenant.
I will seriously I will level up a Horde character on Illidan. I have like a 115 DK, but I kind of want to have a Zandaloi Paladin and have the armor unlocked and all that kind of stuff.
I'd be okay with making my Horde mains over on that server. I thought Rich made a Horde guild, so I assumed that everybody was just on KT.
Yeah, that was a lie.
Yeah.
Okay.
It fell apart. It's incendiary now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or maybe I'll go like Fury Warrior on Horde.
Seriously though, like if you guys join Incendiary, within days we can have you raid ready, and like the guild is so freaking active, and like Stabby, Ravenblood, and I and Syd, like we chill in the Discord all day long and wait for people to carry, unless they're carrying one of my shitty characters.
Yeah, seriously, like we're open to anybody who wants to join, or even if you just want to hang out and like run some content with us, like we're always down. There's always so many people online, so.
It's probably the most active, like pre-Shadowlands raiding guild right now, honestly.
Yeah, we just did a full clear of heroic in 2.5 hours last week.
Nice.
Which is great. I think we're planning on doing a mythic.
Yep, we have a mythic.
I'm not sure what day. Ravenblood can chime in if you would like.
We're still deciding on it.
Yeah, that'd be
big moves.
Saturday.
I just want to have fun with my friends. That's all I want to do. I just want to play WoW and have fun with the friends,
Going into Shadowlands, I want to make like a bigger network of friends.
Gamers.
Yeah,
gamer friends.
That's what we're doing, man.
But also, if you guys want to join Weenie Hut Jr. on Alliance Kel'Thuzad, hit me up, okay?
I'm there, dude. I'm there.
You can be
I'll transfer my main over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm guildless on Alliance KT, so
there it is, dude. Well, I think this is probably a good time to wrap it up. This is
wrap it up.
Weird.
Is there a condom on your head, Chocolate?
What? No, this is a cannon, dude. Come and take it. The government tried to take cannons from Texans. They're like, listen, if you want our cannons, come and take them. See what happens.
It was a whole time.
What's wrong with taking people's cannons?
Listen, it's my cannon. I want it.
All right, yeah.
It's mine,
Stroke
brother.
your own cannon, then.
Yep. Come and take it, brother.
Come and take it.
Come and take it.
Listen. Today was a fantastic episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll upload this to YouTube straight away. I actually recorded it because I'm a professional, so I don't have to worry about downloading the VOD. I'm ahead of the game.
Nice, dude.
Any closing remarks? Tomorrow you'll have the TOS show with Syd and Tirrin, so make sure you guys tune into that. It's on Syd's channel, and then the after party tomorrow will be on Tirrin's, right?
Yep.
Correct.
Perfect.
All day, night.
All
Let me
night.
actually Sydmist. Bing bang bong. There we go. And
nice.
There it is.
Bing bang bong. There it is.
Nice.
So are you making your debut back to streaming because of the show, Syd? Okay, good. I've missed your streams.
Yeah. I took a little bit of a week-long break to get everything ready.
Always good.
We're coming back with power.
With a vengeance.
So.
Speed.
That's power.
Very
Really
good. Well, thank you guys so much. Chat, you are beautiful, and I love every single one of you. Thank you for all of the gifted subs and all the follows and the raids and hosts and everything means so much, and we will see you guys. It will definitely be better content than Chocolate. That's actually true. We will see you guys next week for next week's episode. We don't know who's going to be on it, but it'll be someone good. So thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
That was great, dude. Thank you.
you.
Super cozy.